However, in the account of John chapter 12, the Bible tells us that she came from behind. While everybody was going about minding their businesses, this woman came from behind, and she brought a box that was filled with ointment, the spikenard ointment. And the important thing about this story is that this particular ointment that is so precious is worth the salary of a whole year. It's worth the salary of a what? Of a whole year. It's an uncommon performance. It's difficult for a man to give the salary of a month. How much more to give the salary of an entire year? The Bible says she let go her hair, and she was crying, and she was using her hair to wash the feet of Jesus. That is what we call worship. What we call what? Worship. Uncommon worship. And that is what God is calling us to at all times. Now, some people know what they worship, some don't know, some call worship waste. But that is exactly what happened in the instance of this woman. Immediately she poured this ointment on Jesus. The disciples were angry. It says some among them had indignation. They murmured against her. They criticized her. They hated her immediately. Said, why are you wasting this? It should have been sold for 300 pence and given to the poor. People of God, even till today, some still call worship waste. Worship is not waste. When they say waste, what do they mean? They are saying, why give more when you can give less? When we say waste, what do we mean? They are saying, why give something to that person of that value when you can offer less? And that is what the world is today. The world is always expecting and judging us to worship God with the little out of the much that we have. But you know what God desires? God desires us to worship him with all that we have. So the question is, what you have to offer is important to God. What you have to offer is important to who? To God. And we must learn to always offer to God that which we have to offer, regardless of how others may act. Many who have nothing to contribute, they are the ones that judge those that contribute. And many are scared of offering. Many are scared of worship because of what other people will say. Many are scared to offer their service unto the kingdom because of what other people will say. Many are scared to be called Christian. They don't want to be called, or they want to just be called, okay, I go to church. They don't want to be called a serious Christian because of what other people will say, because of other people's perception. Your praise and your worship is a precious ointment to the Lord. People of God, there's no waste in worship. That is what they call our worship. They said, why are you wasting this? Are you here this morning and the Lord has ministered to you times past or currently on a worship, and you are still afraid of what people will say? I want you to know that God takes cognizance. God is very mindful for every act of worship. And God, the Bible says, that is who he seeks. He seeks those who will worship him in truth and in the spirit.